Hello, and in today's episode, Wareham local authority seem to like me, so I think it's time we took advantage of that and built a little branch line up to where I wanted. I can't exactly remember where I wanted to build my branch line. I think it's up to Welmer's End, so let's do that. Let's be quite economical, so I might reuse that bit of station. Let's start by building a station, extending the Wareham tube, so let's build some railway. Let's find concrete platforms. It's just going to be a simple terminus station, so buffer stops there. And then, let's see, what do I want to do with this? I think maybe some normal platform with benches will be fine. I think 1x4, then a ramp. What's anything else? Maybe a sign. There we go. That will do. So you just want to build a nice sort of simple little railway line going up here. So they're going to annoy Wareham local authority again because they're going to build over all their trees. No more trees there. Not too bad. Let's do that. So it's going to build up here. Then that's a little bit far. No. Well, let's have a nice sort of lakeside railway here. It's not too far. This is maybe having that sort of diagonal all the way would have been a little bit more efficient, but it's fine. I think that will work. Let's turn the effects down. I don't know. The effects actually no, they should be fine. Fine where they were. I've not touched them in episodes. I think I've probably got my monitoring headphones on just a little louder than normal. It really upsets the natural order of things. Then I'm struggling with that. So no, let's leave that alone. Leave all the settings alone. Let's just build some trains. So it's going to be a fairly sort of ordinary route with a couple of little passing places. Very much a branch line for Wareham. So yeah, I think it's quite realistic, actually. I think it was only ever a sort of actually, I don't know. I say that, but there's... So Wareham has this preserved railway. It has the Swanage Railway, which goes... actually, no, it doesn't extend all the way. Swanage Railway, I think, goes up to... it's between Corfe and all the way down to Swanage. What they're saying is the route that it takes was a branch away from Wareham. But I think Wareham's actually on the main line. So this is maybe a little bit non-prototypical doing this. But yeah, yes. So anyway, let's think what we build. Let's build. I want a sort of tank engine for this. Maybe this GCR one. That looks good. So supporting new passenger carriages. This GCR has quite good tractive effort, so we can probably make a fairly decent, fairly long train. 4.3 is a little bit longer than we have chance of. So let's only do two brake carriages like that. So that's going to go to Wareham. It's going to go to West Elmer's End. That's it. That's all that's going to do. Let's set that going. And off we go. So that's going to be one of them. Let's just say passenger line. So this is going to be the Wareham branch. There we go. Good. Trundle off there. So where's my ungrouped train? Oh, there we go. Looking good. So I'm going to drag that into there, and then clone that. I do need to timetable it as well. So let's think about the timetabling. So this should stay probably quite a long time at each of them. Maybe a little less at West Elmer's End because that it's sharing with some other trains. So we don't want that to sort of clog up that network up there. This should be fairly good for a simple little line. Maybe another passing place on here. Probably slightly too many passing places, but we are flush with cash. We've got all the money in the world to do this with, so that's okay. So that's now waiting here for this train. That's fine. That will wait there. Now, let's see about this path, because theoretically this should be able to move as soon as that path is unreserved. Yes. Excellent. So that can go up to there. Now, this is going to be very much a branch line. So while that will affect my timetabling time, that delay there, I'm not going to worry too much about it. I'm going to sort of just let it happen, or I have some electronics problems here. So yes, that's probably not too bad. I might even let it stay 38 days. So let's do 38 days, the timetable. There we go. Those can run over there. Let's have a look around here and see what the problem is down here. Ah, well, that's a bit of a failure, isn't it? Let's convert that away from narrow gauge. Ooh, must have missed that last video. And then that's running okay across there. That's good. Let's let these come down here, because these could be very, very profitable. I mean, they're not going to be very profitable if they're sitting waiting for the wrong type of track, but if they're allowed to circulate freely, then they will be very profitable, and this will drive a lot of expansion. Okay, so I've extended some passenger network. Now, let's have a think about what I want to do next. So we've got some more towns, I guess we could go through. So we've got Bradford, Liverpool, and Smallbrook, and those might make quite nice towns to bring round here. Then you've got there's an AI in here. No, it's not an AI. This is actually mine. These are my trams. So which I think I've inherited those off something. This is the Dunstan Tramway. No, this is mine. I vaguely recall this. I inherited the tramway, but I didn't inherit any trams, and then I just added the trams myself. This shows you sort of how playing these long games, especially AI, you start to forget what you've actually done. So passengers, let's prepare the next set of passenger lines. So Smallbrook, Liverpool, Bradford, because I think this would be a nice sort of line to bring maybe up to West Elmers End, maybe down to Dunstan as well. So let's get some buses going. And maybe this could actually be a sort of nice little bus network in and of itself. So I'm going to set the line up. So Smallbrook there, so a nice sort of more central station, and then let's have a terminus station up here. And then same with Liverpool. There, yes, let's have a station here. So we'll go here, and then station here and station here. So then I can connect those via road. That needs to go up there. There's a house in the way. Never mind. There we go. So that's good. And remember the reason that I do this with the building the stations first and then building the roads is I know that the tree destruction is going to start upsetting people. So what I do with that is I decide to manage that by saying, well, even if they hate me, at this point I've built all the stations, so there's not much you can do to sabotage my attempts to run bus networks and make you happy again. And there we go. That will do nicely. So I need some timetabling as well. So that's going to have to go there. So that's going to have to be sort of a 3 days. Yeah, I think that works nicely. So 3 days at the stops here, and then kind of the drive-through stops, and then a little longer at the terminus stops, which can handle it. Liverpool is the terminus stop here, so let's make sure that works well. There we go. Just some nice, very sort of maintenance-y this, isn't it? Sort of, we're setting up things that we set up lots of these passenger networks before. Then there we go. So those are good. Those are now set up. Those are going to trundle along there nicely. So I guess the question now is, well, I see one next. There's a very immediate need, which is this is going to need more buses. So, but these are going to need timetables. So I'm going to just control-click the autofill, because this has a reasonable amount of slack time in it. In fact, I might increase the slack time at the ends. And then that should be sufficient. There shouldn't be that much that causes that to lose more than the time it takes to autofill. So there we go. So those will do okay. Let's set the start date, so those will be evening themselves out over that network. So a little bus network there, and then the same Bradford. So Bradford will also get a little bus network going. So there we go. Nice sort of station in the middle there. Terminal station there. Probably put the depot next to it. Might mess with the town expansion, but it's not too bad. And there we go. Another B type. So this one's a far simpler route. So this was a nice little simple route that it can go through. So again, this I'm going to go with 6 days. There's nothing. I don't really have any sort of science behind this as to why I'm choosing this. I'm just going, well, that feels like a reasonable amount of slack time to put in. There's nothing really clever going on here. just me picking random numbers and going, well, that feels like there's some suitable amount of slack time. So anyway, let's get these going. So this again is going to be water fill, then set the water start. That's all getting a bit busy there. Hopefully they will spread out. So I've done that little bit of setting up some passenger networks. This will be my kind of future expansion as I go through here. So I've got some expansion here with the Dunstan tramway that I can do. I've got some expansion up there that I can do. So I think maybe about Brockley Park and Glaisdale. I don't know. If I ever get a big enough channel that I have residents of these places, I'm not taking my own advice. I nearly built over a load of trees and then I wouldn't have been able to build any bus stops. So that's a nice terminus there. Let's make that Glaisdale Seaside. If I can rename it. Where's the rename? There we go. Seaside. And then I just have a nice route here. I'm going to go with the same thing that I did over the other side with the buses, which is they come into Brockley Park. They're going to wiggle around here and then have a terminal stop here. There we go. That should do. Let's build those roads that can go there. Do we have a better road, by the way? Oh yes, we could build the concrete roads. That's probably better. So we are going to start getting buses that are faster soon. So let's build some concrete roads. Let's do that. Let's upgrade their roads there. And put the depot in there. There we go. So it's B-type. It can go there, go there. Nothing too sort of greatly planned with this. Just a sort of this again. I'm going to do with 8 days. Again, no good reason. It just feels like a sort of 8-day kind of town. Nice, relaxed, sort of seaside bus. Takes a little while to get going. And there we go. So that will be good. So set the start dates for this, and then no, I shouldn't set the start date there, because all I'm doing there is saying space out this group of one vehicle evenly. So no, that actually the place to set the start dates is when I've built a few. So I build a few, and then I say set the start date, and that'll work much better. There we go. So that's got buses there. So this is all kind of building up for the future. So eventually, yes, these will have trade networks built out here. Maybe sort of build a kind of maybe one route which goes up through here, one route which goes round through here. That we'll be able to expand. We built stuff in Disbury and we built stuff in Slough. So we could silo of Sloughage. So yes, we could do that as well. So now, having said that Wareham is only going to be a little branch line, might actually get a bit busier. So, yes, let's consider this. So, Wareham could be a stop on this. We could go with Hermias come down. Interesting questions as to what should we do with Tisbury and Slough and eventually Lille. So, I wonder. So we've got Carbis Bay coming up here. So, it would be nice to link all of these, wouldn't it? So maybe Wareham does become more major. What does the local authority think? Because we destroyed quite a lot, so we're still good. So we probably would get away with stuff. Let's think about that. Let's think about making Wareham Station bigger. So we build some billboards. We need to build some other things as well. So some planters. I think we could still have the same sort of thing at the end. So, have the ramps there. Then we've got this. This depot will need to move. So let's swap over to 4th rail briefly. This depot needs to go because we need to build stations in the way there. Now I've just removed the depot for this entire electrical train line. So let's fix that. Let's build the depot there. So now what else do we have? We got a nice covered footbridge now. So you build a covered footbridge like that. Oh, wrong railway type. Let's go use the correct railway type. That would help. 5. And that's probably good enough. Not going to change much longer than 5, 6 tiles, which is what that station becomes. So it looks fairly good. No, that's a station which trains get to and from easily. So there we go. So we won't build anything there yet because I don't want to mess up that branch line. So Tisbury here. So now we want to think about this, of how is this going to work. So I think this could be on a ridge, actually. This could be a sort of nicely elevated station up here. So let's do that. Let's put Tisbury Station on a ridge, which means we need to think about how we join this. Remember my thing about not distance joining them. So let's have a building. We've got any new buildings? No, we just got this rural station thing, but that will do. There we go. Rural station. And then concrete platform. So we're going to use this concourse. I might give the concourse with shelters, actually. There we go. That sort of justifies the 2-story station building. So there we go. So that'll be nice up there. So we now just do the normal thing with sort of planters. So 4x2 in planters. Then we go and we take the ramps and that ramp there. Some billboards. Yeah, let's have a couple of billboards. Oh yes, this thing. This station set doesn't quite know what to do when you mess with its tiles. There's some 2-way tiles. There we go. So that can come across there. We need a little bit of signalling distance, and then I might just make this a bridge over here. So, oh yes, we've still only got the concrete bridges, haven't we? Ah, well, there's a park. We might... Oh no, we did get away with destroying the park. It's a little bit cheeky, really, destroying the park. Didn't feel quite good about that. Oh yes, dividends are coming up, aren't they? Yes, we're making enough money to start paying dividends. Now, this is interesting. This is Slough. So Slough stores is probably where we're going to terminate this. Then just going to build the station here, 5x2. Actually, we were going by 6, weren't we? I think it was 6x2. Ooh. Well, I wonder whether Slough actually gets a very nice, impressive station with a station hall. Could do that, couldn't we? Although, yes, just one. Actually, I think that's quite a nice way to do it, isn't it? Just have the little one there. Now I need to find the ramps. Let's get the ramps first. So, ramps here. That's good. Maybe let's see. What else can we put at Slough? So we've got a couple of benches, I suppose, and a shelter. Maybe shelter doesn't look like it to go well with that. Maybe a sign. There we go. So that's all good. So that's Slough. So we get to come to here, and now we have a thing which is this is going to be a very big bridge. So we got the money to kind of waste on this now. To build a little island for ourselves and set up a nice long suspension bridge. We're not yet at the kind of density of trains where this is going to be a huge problem. We just build some bridges which are about sort of 7 tiles. It won't matter too much. Someone built a canal. Who built the canal? Who owns that? It's ours. 312 to clear. Let's just get rid of it. Not really necessary. Inefficient. So it's going to go through here. Going to come through the farmland again. There we go. That's all quite nice. Let's build up here. Keep the turn radiuses so that they're relatively long, so that when we eventually get sort of express trains coming through here, they won't have to slow down too much. There we go. That's good. That's that coming out there. Let's drop that a little bit. Then we can come up here. A few hills, but now in this sort of the 1910s, late 1910s, we're getting plenty of trains that can cope with those hills. There we go. So that can come across there. Make that a nice sort of ridge there. So that's all good. So that's standard sort of signalling distance. That works. That works quite nicely. And then we can take that out there. So that's good. So we can take our the not H classes, are they? They are things. What are these? I only just built them. How can I have forgotten what they are? 9 ends. There we go. So 9 ends. So it's going to go to Wareham. So instead of that, which is going to say the first stop here is going to be Slough stores. Then Tisbury, then Wareham, then West Elmer's End. And then when you come back from West Elmer's End, you go Wareham and Tisbury again. And now we need to change the timetabling that we had at the end station. So Wareham, that seems to have been overwritten. That's slightly perturbing. Oh no, I think I did 5 and 4 days. So West Elmer's End is going to be a terminus station. Slough stores is going to be our terminus. So Slough is where we get to make up most of our time. So it's just going to be 5 days at each of these. 5 days here. 5 days here. And I need to clear the time here because I'm going to make it more efficient. So let's set this to autofill. This might not make this quite the efficiency that it should be early on. So let's get rid of this depot. Now these turns are going to end up slightly tighter than they perhaps should be because I was building them for a branch line. So we might see our expresses slow down a little bit. The one I just extend that out a little bit as well, just to stop that. Oops, I levelled it the wrong way. Just to stop that kind of, you go down the hill and then you immediately end up in a turn. That I mentioned, I don't really like that happening. Which looks a little bit awkward. So we're doing better with 9. It's very exciting, but don't really have the capability to run expresses at the moment. Well, I suppose I could have run an express because I could have run an express which goes between West Elmer's End and Slough, but let's do some remodelling here. So, and there's a train rather inconveniently arrived, which may affect my ability to remodelling. There's a train in the way. And, suddenly, for some reason, I'm thinking of the riverway. It's not really. I mean, it would be fairly disastrous for a railway if you dumped a train in the riverway, but no, that's not what's happening here. So build an underpass. That looks quite nice. And then some more billboards. There we go. Billboards and aplenty. So what I'm doing here is I'm just really upgrading this to double track entry. This station. Then that can have an exit there. And kind of the reason that I'm doing that is, let's get rid of that. Set that up. Did that signal it properly? No. Yes, that train should not have gone the direction it went. There we go. It's all fine. All fine now. So yes, this is only going to signal up to the point where it finds a signal that I already built. So maybe I should do some more extreme breakfasting disaster inviting signaling on the fly, but I'm not going to do that for now. I'm just going to. So there we go. Wareham's now a through station. It's now like it really is. It's a through station. This is going to be interesting. So this little autocar thing is going to come into here. We're going to see if that affects the trains here. So these are going to need a few more of these. So let's go back to here. And now I should build a depot in here so we can build more trains. I think I'm going to need a few more. In fact, this is not the best place to build this because they're going to immediately have to go off to Slough, but you know, somebody has to do it. So there we go. Let's build that. So let's set those up. Our first train arrives at Slough stores. Excellent. So this should be getting timetabled soon. This should be. We should have our branch line. So what last thing I want to do just before we finish with that is I'm going to extend this and I'm going to make this a little bit more involved. So I'm going to put a bypass in here. There we go. That can bypass there and come up there. And the question is, why are you doing this? So I want to add some express services to this. So let's do that. So let's put a bypass there. Wareham, there's not much you can really. We could probably bypass Wareham a bit actually. So let's do that. Ooh, was I just complaining about the awkwardness of doing that? Oh well, we shall live with the the Sutton, you go up a hill. So we'll do a couple of bypasses just in this direction, I think. Maybe, yeah, so there we go. So, and now I'm looking for an express locomotive. So what could I use? I'm going to use this, this, which is nice. Doesn't class that. Does the 80 or so. This small boiler. Oh, we have the long boiler. So let's have the C1 small boiler, which is the Klondikes. These are actually quite a famous class. So it's a little bit out of date, actually. So it's fast, but very low tractive effort. Yeah, I think these would be better. These would be 83 miles an hour. The coaches are quite good. So there we go. So this is going to be my express, which is just going to go to West Elmer's End and straight to Slough stores, and that's all it's going to do. Spend a little bit of time at each of them, loading up passengers, so 9 days at each. No other real timetabling yet. So there we go. I'm going to just create that. Let's create a group for that. Let's call that. No, I don't want to delete. That's a misclick. So I'm just going to call that Elmer's Express. That can go in there, and you can clone it. We'll also need its timetable auto-filled. We'll also need its timetable started, and that, I think, is a good place to leave things. We built a nice little branch line. It's a very, trundly little episode through building up things from Wareham, but that all looks quite nice, I think. So I shall see you in a future episode.